joke when you're the
Yeah.
boss. Everything
Yeah.
you say is funny. Every idea you offer is a good idea. So you're kind of in a difficult position when you're in a position of power, because when people need you, they will say
Yes.
to you what it is that you want.
Want to hear.
So you have to kind of be aware of the kiss, be aware of charm, be aware of seduction, and be able, I mean, as a boss, again, all these rules are things I apply to a boss. A boss has to be very careful not to fall for things like charm, fall for things like um, someone who just always kisses their ass. You have to be very aware of what's real and what's not.
Interesting. This one I like a lot. Probably one of my favorites. I always say, as MBAs, we're always taught about when you go into a venture, always have the exit strategy as top of mind. Not that you're looking to go in to get out, but is it something, do you want to maybe sell off the company? Do you want to maybe merge? Might be a hobby, whatever that is. But knowing your time's up is very difficult in life and business, that kind of stuff. Talk to us a little bit about that. If you give maybe a real world example as well.
Yeah. Now, all these rules, I believe, and my
Yeah.
theory is these are things I've learned out of research in Cosa Nostra, but they can be
Yeah.
they can be applied in business and everyday life. So
Correct.
something like know when your time is up. One of the things that I have found in my research and most of Cosa Nostra bosses is, and that can be applied into real world, is that the boss seems to almost always overstay his welcome. He accomplished everything. He's rich. He's successful. He's the head of the commission.
Yeah.
He has more money than God.
Yep.
And he has the ability to say, you know what, I did it all. I rose from associate to soldier to capo to underboss to boss. I
Correct.
took over, but yet I'm gonna still stay here, even though the soldiers are turning against me. People kind of want a younger leader. People
Yep.
want the new way of doing things. They stay anyway and try to fight when maybe what you should do is accept the success that you had and say, you know what, it's been a great life, and I walk away. And I find that in business sometimes, that when you rise to the top, or anything in life, when people get great success, they keep on going and they try to get more and get more and get more until they fail and they leave feeling miserable, feeling like a failure. So then they become these people who spend the rest of their life chasing it, trying to get back to the top, and they want to say, I just want to get one more and then I'll leave. But they
Yeah.
never actually get it again.
I had the pleasure of interviewing six inducted members into the mob and many associates. And if I can tease out the one thing I learned from all of them, and maybe hindsight's 2020, but every of them was like, I needed another year, or if I
Mhm.
just had this one thing and I could have got out, or what, if I didn't meet this one person because I stuck in the game too long. So that's just one of my favorite. And I think that's one thing to master in your career and in life. And just so you know, guys, there's going to be contradictions, and I call them beautiful contradictions in here. And they'll make sense as we go along. So next, Neil and kiss the ring. The boss is the boss.
So one of the things that I have noticed is that a great boss was first a great servant. I've
Yes.
learned that in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And when you learn how to, you have to know where you're at in life. So, um, before you're the boss, you were the guy on the street with the gun. You were
Correct.
the unmade guy saying, I want to make my bones and I
Yep.
want to get made. And what you want to do is you're doing your capo, or someone gives you an order, and you shouldn't, when he sends you out on a mission, you really shouldn't say, this guy, he's making me go out and do all this, because typically everything your boss is telling you to do, he did that before.
Already. Yeah.
And that applies in real life just as well. If you work in business, and I've done this, I have uh, started